day. Marshall even gave blood to keep them together, but Lauren claims angry outbursts and the silent treatment are pushing them apart. Lauren Givens and Marshall Gray have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toller to resolve. Testimony in divorce court Before Your Vows starts now.
You two are here to do one of my favorite things, which is a Before Your Vows. You're engaged, but you got issues and you're not sure, so you came here to get my opinion. You gave me your marriage license. I'm either going to hand it back to you, wish you good luck, or tear it up if I think it's a bad idea. I'm going to start out, however, by talking about your issues. Why don't you tell me what's your primary concern or doubt about marrying Mr. Gray?
I really love Marshall, but I feel like he has anger issues, and I really think it's related to PTSD, because he did serve, he did do some serve in the Navy for 7 years. He did sea combat.
Give me an example of when you think he got unnecessarily angry over a small thing.
We were out going to the store and everything. It was me, Marshall, and my daughter. And when we got back to the apartment, we were laughing and having a good time. Me and my daughter go upstairs, go in the house. Now, I automatically, when I come in the house and close the door, I lock it. I automatically do it. So I knew he was still sitting in the car on his phone, but it didn't click in my head. I was just laughing and talking, and I came in the house and I closed the door and I locked it. I go in the kitchen, me and my daughter still laughing. Then about a few minutes later, it's like boom, 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 boom on the door. I'm like, oh my goodness. He's like shaking. I'm like, Todd, go open the door. So when he comes in, he's like, oh, you guys, I ain't nothing, huh? I'm just out here standing around. Y'all don't have no respect for me. I'm like, babe, I forgot. Oh, you forgot? You saw me sitting in the car, blah, blah. He's just blowing up. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is, his anger is
just over the top and disproportionate to the wrong.
Right, exactly.
That you did.
Exactly.
And Mr. Gray, do you recall that event?
I sure do.
Okay. Were you that angry?
Not initially, I wasn't.
Okay. You tell me what happened from your perspective.
Okay. What happened was we were.
Now, before he even starts talking, anger issues. Okay, so that's a big, big, big problem that they're kind of just glossing over. But I know it's only a short amount of time, so I guess let's keep going.
We were going through some financial hardships at that time. We didn't have any money to our name. And what I had to do for us to be able to have money to buy dinner that day is I had to give blood. I had to donate plasma for like 25, 30 bucks.
I'm just so sorry. I know this is a long time ago, but I've been hearing this donating plasma thing. Okay, cool. That's great. Like, you're helping other people. But if you're doing it because you're like just that dead broke, I just don't understand it, me personally. Not saying that I can't be in that same position, but I know donating plasma isn't that like a tedious task. Like, it takes more away from you than just donating blood. So you could literally be hurting yourself by doing it too much. Like, that's not anything to rely on as far as trying to work. Like, and then not saying nothing about her, but we got to stop doing that. Like, come on now, that's just crazy. When I say stop doing that, we need to stop accepting just any and everything.
And I mean, they took a gallon of blood out of my body. So,
I don't know about all that, but it was a lot.
I'm feeling lightheaded, dizzy, and everything. And then I come in and number one, they locked the door on me, which, okay, in and of itself is not a big deal. But when I bang on the door, they open it and they're just like, oh, whatever. And they go back to,
Now, Mr. Gray, let me ask you this. Did you take it personally? Because I lock my husband out once a week, and just because he goes out the back door and he's drums in my head, baby. When you go in, lock the door, because I never used to. So I just come in, I lock the door. He's out there.
But I gave my life. I almost died for these people, you know.
But you know.
Really? Oh my God. Okay.
I get that, but it's nothing personal. You knew it was nothing personal,
I'm
right?
sacrificing, everything,
don't see it.
my body.
This man talking about he's sacrificing, talking about going to get blood. Bruh, you need to go find a job. Like, nobody told you to go do that. Not saying she can't just open the door, like, right, but we all forget to lock the door. Like, that's just something that happens. It's not necessarily a personal attack on you because you went and risked your life to go donate blood that nobody told you to go donate. But let's go ahead.
For them, and they don't even care about it. So I mean, that's just that was very traumatic.
I'm so sorry. He about to say that was traumatic. You sat there in a seat and let somebody take some blood from you and you sacrificed. Yeah, okay. You sacrificed bodily fluid, you did, but what does that mean? I'm not understanding. What does that mean?
Well, Mr. Gray, we've talked about one of the issues she has. Let me talk about the issues you have. What is your main concern or doubt with respect to Ms. Gibbons?
She just really doesn't take into account the fact that I'm human too, and
Give me an example. Tell me a story which would illustrate her failure to appreciate that you're a person too.
I want to hear this.
Okay, well, I'm
me
a
too.
writer, and I do my thing. Writers have to be in the mix. We have to really concentrate and get down to what we're talking, what we're doing.
Right.
And so she's looking for a memory card or something for her phone or something like that, and she goes, well, do you still have that memory card that I told you to hold for me? And at the time, I'm like, okay, well, I'm writing right now. I don't really have time to
So you don't
look
want to
for
break
that.
your concentration.
Yeah, and because I didn't just jump up and do what she wanted me to do and drop everything that I was doing,
Now, I'm gonna let him finish, but if she say it took him like 2 days or like 4, 5 hours, this is not an argument.
leaves the house and just gets all upset.
She left the house and huffed all mad and
Right.
angry because you wouldn't stop writing to find her memory
And I
card.
got the silent treatment for the rest of the day.
Ms. Gibbons, did that happen?
No, he's telling it all the wrong way.
Well, you tell it to me.
I'm glad he brought that up because the memory card is very important to me. I write music. So all of my music was on this memory card. And my daughter had the card when she went to go visit her father in Minnesota. And I said, please, you need this phone and you need a memory card. So please bring my card back. It's very important that I have that memory card. So my daughter brought the card back. It was fine. She said I couldn't keep it in her phone because it would erase everything that I did. So I took it out of her phone. I'm using his old phone. And I said, well, let me put it in here. He says, no, don't put that in my phone. I'm like, well, what am I going to do with it? He said, well, here, I'll put it up. He takes the card and goes to the closet and he so-called puts it up. Now, this is weeks later. I need the card. So I go in there and I say, you got that card for me? And he's sitting there on the computer. He's like looking in this little case. He's like, no, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's not here, so I don't know where it is. I said, well, I didn't get upset. I said, well, you took it from me and you put it up. So where is it?
Where'd you put it?
And he's like, well, I don't know. I can't find it. Now, if I had did that to his stuff, oh my God, it would be World War V in that house, okay? About losing or touching his stuff. Because he's like, if you touch my stuff, you need.
Now, I want y'all to get this, what she just said. If it was his stuff, it would be World War III. So if something don't go, obviously it's like if something don't go his way, he's blowing up on people. Like he's getting hell mad. You see how much taller he is than her. He getting hell mad, stomping all around the house, probably yelling in folk face. Now she shouldn't have gave the card to nobody. She should be keeping up with the card if it's that important to her. If it's something that's important to you, you need to make sure that you're keeping up with that. Don't put that in nobody else's hands, and then if it get lost, you're upset. Now I'll be upset too, but I would definitely try to keep up with my stuff that's important to me. You put it in your wallet, your purse, like there's plenty of things you could do. I don't think she got mad initially. She probably maybe let's keep going. But yeah, look at him. His face looking all down because he knows she's telling the truth. He gets crazy when stuff don't go his way.
To know where it is. To this day, we cannot find that card, and that's my music. And I got mad because he watched me. He sat there and watched me search the whole closet, clean the closet out, organize it, and he not once got up and said, let me help you look. I didn't cuss, I didn't huff and puff or nothing. I didn't say anything to him. I got my stuff and I went in the living room and I sat down and I listened to music. And then I said, okay, he's not even gonna try to look for it. I need to get out of here. I need to walk away.
I kind of I get the scene there, and there's something interesting that you said in your papers about your aunt and some orange soda. So we're gonna talk about your aunt and some orange soda.
Okay, Your Honor.
Next, can a big bottle of orange soda really ruin a relationship?
Ciao.
Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website.
Now, this man can take a 2-liter soda and chug it up until he sucks it until the bottle is gone in a chug, okay? So in our household, we have to have a soda. He has to have his own, and me and my daughter share one. So this time it was only one soda in there. It was an orange soda. He loves orange soda, okay? So we understand that, but my aunt came over, and so she wanted something to drink. So I'm like, oh, okay, let me give her some of this soda. Maybe he won't, trip out a little bit. I'm already nervous about touching the dang soda, okay? Because I done heard enough about.
I was just about to say that. She's scared to even take the soda out. Like, they can't go buy some more soda. Like, he tripping out that bad to where she's, like, apprehensive about getting the soda, and her aunt came over there. So we ain't even gonna talk about drinking soda or not, like if that's good or bad or not, or whatever. We ain't talking about that. But that's just clock that.
Out drinking his soda.
Do you not let anybody drink your orange soda?
I don't remember that, but I do like some soda. I
No,
do
but
like
are you possessive of your own orange soda? I mean, this is a big deal to you that when you open that refrigerator, you want to see that bubbly orange.
Yeah,
It's all about that.
I gotta have it.
It is. Gotta have it. Okay.
I gotta have
I
it.
just want to make sure, Ms. Gibbons, go ahead.
So I poured my aunt a glass of it, not even a big glass, like a glass of it, and poured it out. He comes in the kitchen and sees that. So I take the soda and I'm about to put it back. He looking at it, he's like, I'm like, I just wanted to give her some soda. He's like, oh God. He is mad, like quickly grabs his keys, storms out the house and leaves. And then he comes back a few minutes later with a whole new soda.
Mr. Gray, did that happen because she gave her aunt?
He solved his own problem. That didn't really sound like he got too mad about that. So, okay.
Some of your orange.
But that might have been because the aunt was there, clearly. That's probably what that was, actually.
Orange soda?
Yeah, well, I mean, like you see how big I am, so yeah, I kind of can't give up, too much of it. So
that would be a yes. That would be a yes. Okay, I got that. Now, we've been talking about you a lot, Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray, I want to ask you something about Ms. Gibbons. You say you have problems with her parenting skills. She's got a couple of kids, not by you, older children.
Right.
What do you say is your difficulty with respect to the way she parents?
She kind of lets her kids just do whatever they want.
Are they under 18 or over 18?
Well, my daughter that lives with me is under 18.
Oh, under 18.
The one that lives with us, she's under 18.
Well, what goes on there?
She just has no discipline, no rules, no kind of discipline whatsoever.
The part that he's not getting is I am on her constantly.
And she's a teenager, and it takes
she's
you
a
97
teenager.
times to tell them anything
Yes.
before they do it.
Exactly.
I get that part. They're difficult people. They just are. They're not rational. They're not reasonable, and they get on your last nerve. And it just goes away when they turn 20. Let me say this. I understand the nature of your issues. I want to understand why you're considering marrying one another. So I'm going to give you an
That's a good
opportunity.
question.
Give me a 90-second sales job. Why, Mr. Gray, is Ms. Gibbons the woman for you? Go.
Number one is I just love the way she bats her eyes at me. I love the way she loves me, Judge. And I know she truly cares about me, and she has this sense of humor that's just impeccable. I mean, like I said, I write and I come up with these little skits, and I mean, she's right on
She's
it.
right on.
And
On top of it.
she has these characters she does, and she's just, we die. We just literally die laughing. And
You don't
it's just,
literally die. I got this thing about the word literally. Everybody uses the word literally to mean exactly the opposite of what it means. Literally means it actually happened. Because if you were literally dead, we're all in trouble here. Okay? That was a wonderful job, Mr. Gray. Wonderful job. Ms. Givens, you got a high bar over here. He did a great job. 90 seconds. Go.
I love Marshall because when he is so brilliant. He has this mind to where he was able to sit and teach himself how to do this complicated Maya program, which is computer animation. He did something in a month's time that most people have to go to school for like 6 months to do. And he was so dedicated to learning it and doing it. It was just awesome to me. And when he's a loving person, he makes me feel so good. When he loves me, he's very affectionate. And I'm the kind of person in other relationships, I don't really show affection like that. But being with him, I've become more affectionate because most times guys this size and stuff, they don't want to be all lovey-dovey, but he is. He grabs me in public, he kisses me, and this and that. So I love him.
You did an equally wonderful job. And now we're going to turn to the compatibility test I had you two take and find out what that says.
When divorce court Before Your Vows continues, can broken glass shatter their relationship?
Do you think that Marshall can learn to control his angry outbursts?
What y'all don't call the number, but what do y'all think? I think he probably can. He just needs to be a little bit more solution oriented, and I think she's able to kind of handle his temperament a little bit, or at least be able to like bring him down, just from what we're seeing on here. So I think it's something that if he wants to work on it, he can overcome it pretty easily.
Call 1-800-282-1990.
Divorce court.
For a fundraiser that she worked with me, and she asked me to be on her board. She met Marshall too, and she asked us both to be on her board. So she had a very important event for a fundraiser that she needed all of us to be there. Mr. Gray did not want to go. And so instead of saying, I don't want to go, he just pity-patted around, and we get in the car to go. I finally get him to go. We're riding, and I have the directions because they called me and told me where to go. So I'm telling them where to go. He's like, well, are you sure that's where it is? I said, yes, this is what they told me. Well, it's not over there. I guarantee it ain't over there. I said, they live here. They know where it's at. How you gonna tell them they don't know where it is? Well, I guarantee it ain't over there. I've been over there. It ain't. I said, babe, what is wrong?
I told y'all he got an anger issue. Just imagine that. Just put yourself in that scenario. You're driving somewhere trying to figure out where to go. Obviously, neither one of y'all know where it is actually. You're trying to navigate. He's just yelling. I know where to go. I know it ain't over there. Why you going over there? Oh, I know. I know somebody like that. That's not a cool situation to be in at all. Especially not when you're driving.
Calm down. You know, he's like, no, you just this, and that. And he was just going off, and I put my hand on him and I said, babe, I'm sorry. What's wrong? I'm sorry. And he was like, don't talk to me like.
Ooh, yo. One of my ex-friends. This story sounds very familiar.
Like that, he just like freaked out. And I guess the spirit on him jumped on me because I was like, what the hell? And I hit him in his chest, and I wanted to bust out the car like I was Incredible Hulk. And my leg, this is my bad leg. This leg came all the way up to the window.
By itself.
It shot
Now
to the
we have
window.
the anger problem.
It shot to the window and cracked it.
You cracked the windshield of the car. That is not an easy thing to do.
I got pictures if you like to see them.
Yeah, I would love to see it. Mr. Gray, why don't you tell me what you say happened in the car?
And this girl done told on herself too in court. Girl, in a court of law. Nobody asked you that information. You just gonna offer it. But dang, she put her hands on him. That's crazy. You don't need to be doing that. That's unacceptable. Like, you don't put your hands on people. You know Women can't beat men. It's not really the same, but just avoid that at all costs if you can. If you gotta put your hands on somebody, it's probably time for you to leave that situation. For real, for real.
With the windshield.
Just like she said, she has the anger problems, not me. I'm driving the car. She's got her finger right here in my face.
Oh my goodness.
And it's just
So
she
now they just going back and forth.
she's the one with the anger problems and trying to put it on me. You see how she mocks me? That's how she talks to me, Judge.
Okay.
That's how she talks. You are like, what is that? You know, but
Now, you know, it's interesting. I get these compatibility tests and I create an image of who I think you are based upon what you said. And what I got on this paper doesn't look anything like the two of you. And do you want to know what she said she didn't like about you?
Yeah.
She said, you're selfish, angers too fast, doesn't trust me, does not encourage me, and does not know how to say I'm sorry. Booyah.
I'm selfish because
Oh, so you agree?
no, I don't agree. But here's the thing. What she does, now this woman, I don't know what's wrong with her finger. She has some kind of circuitry going on.
Steady it up there, Mr. Gray. Steady it up for me. There you go.
She breaks every piece of electronics she touches. Everything she touches that's electronic is
Do that
broken
gotta do with
within
selfish.
about 3 weeks.
Now, Mr. Gray,
And then
I'm
she'll
talking about
take my
your
stuff.
character traits
Okay.
that she's talking about.
Right.
Do you agree with any of them?
No, not
Of
at
course
all.
not. Of course not. He thinks you're lazy.
He can call me lazy. He's the one that tells me to sit down, stop doing stuff. Stop it. Sit down
He says
sometime.
you use too many words to convey your thoughts. I can verify on that one. I can verify. All right,
Your Honor, I
that
have
one's
to do
there.
that because he don't understand. I have to keep explaining because he'd be like, no, and I'm like, okay, let me say it like this. I have to find a way to say it so it seems like a lot of words, but I'm trying to get through to him.
Well, you took a lot of words in my direction. I consider myself fairly quick on the uptake. Listen, you two, I will tell you exactly what I think.
Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next. If the ink on your marriage license is barely dry, but you're ready to call it quits, call toll free at 1-877-311-2222. Divorce Court, Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now.
Mr. Gray, how old are you?
38.
Ms. Givens, how old are you?
45.
I like you people. I mean, I like you people a lot. First of all, you just look good together. Don't they? You look like you belong together. You're both handsome. You're both mature. You're both thoughtful. I don't know who took these tests. We're going to take these tests and put them down over here because I don't know who took them for you. Because the people that showed up here got a sense of humor. They have a sense of one another. They have a sense of self. They have awareness. They have anger issues.
I'm gonna go back because that was key. She just said a lot of the qualities that people need in order to not even be in a relationship, but to be more of like their full selves, like having a sense of self, having a sense of other people, having a sense of humor, not taking yourself too seriously, like just being a person that's just enjoying their life and enjoying themselves and always learning and growing. I like that. I want to hear that again.
Who took these tests? We're going to take these tests and put them down over here because I don't know who took them for you. Because the people that showed up here got a sense of humor. They have a sense of one another. They have a sense of self. They have awareness. They have anger issues.
Yeah.
He didn't break out a windshield.
I know.
That was you.
It jumped on me.
Wait, now. I see a lot of angry, but I've never seen it jump person to person. I think that you would both do well to learn how to manage your anger. Everybody would do well to learn how to manage their anger because you got a good thing going here. You got a good man, you got a good woman. And the only thing standing in between that, there's no cheating, there's no running around, you don't have a full-out virtual life. None of that stuff is going on. You actually have some concrete sense and values. You're good people. Good people can get felled by the smallest of things, especially when it's anger. It's frustration unexamined. It's a lack of control, and you can handle it. You can just decide to manage it. And if you can't manage it, go to anger management. Get it done. Get it taken care of. Get lively. Get loose. Get married. I love you. This matter is adjourned.
It is so boring.
Both Lauren and Marshall have started anger management classes and are shopping for rings. Post a comment or submit your case at divorce.
All right, well, thanks for watching.